It's time now for Spears on Sports with John Spears, presented by M&M Carnage. And now, here's Johnny.
And Tony.
And Scooter. Welcome in. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Carnage. As he mentioned, John, Tony, Scooter in here on this Wednesday, January 14th. Day! Oh, Tony missed his cue.
Mike.
Wow. Tony, what's wrong?
Wow.
What the hell?
My man not feeling well.
Nah, I'm okay.
Do we need to go back to Roosters?
Well, after always.
Not a
by the
bad
way,
call.
Always. Tough night last night locally. Virginia, Louisville, and Michigan State, Indiana. Scooter had them both right, Tony. We had them both wrong.
I'm telling you.
You tried telling us. I don't know if you were trying to tell us when Michigan State and Indiana were tied at 53.
Whoa.
Great game up until that point.
28
What happened, dude?
I don't
finished
know.
the game.
We were at the Yum Center.
I have no clue.
So a terrible ending for Indiana, a terrible beginning for Louisville. 14-0, 2 touchdowns for Virginia to start
Pick
the game.
six and a long pass.
Yeah, 14-0 before Pat Kelsey called timeout. So we'll get to those. Mike Tomlin, Scooter, probably in mourning today after 19 seasons.
Yeah.
Decides to step away. I guess it's a mutual decision. I don't ever believe in mutual decisions. You know, we mutually agreed to part ways. Somebody wanted out. And I don't know if it was Mike Tomlin, just said, I'm tired of this. Let's do something else. Let's do TV. He had 2 years remaining on his contract. Let's do a little TV. He can't go coach anywhere unless the Pittsburgh gets compensation from that team because he has 2 years left on his contract. Probably going to do some TV. Maybe a couple years he goes back into coaching, finds a new gig.
You never know. You know, sometimes when you've been somewhere a long time, too, and it just hasn't been going the way you want, if you're really part of the organization, some people will say, you know what, it's time for somebody else. We just haven't got it done.
And if they say that, if ownership says that, then they want you to quit.
Well, I'm saying the coach says that sometimes.
Right. And if the coach does that,
He might have got tired.
He wants them to fire him. Not going to happen. Mike Tomlin does not get fired. John Harbaugh got fired. Mike Tomlin did not get fired.
Still gets money.
So Pittsburgh becomes now the 9th team. There are 9 job openings. Take this into consideration. There are 32 teams in the NFL. 8 of them are still playing. That leaves us 24 teams, 9 coaching openings.
Yeah, I got to apply for that 9th one.
That's a ton, man.
I already applied for 8.
So you're going to the Raiders?
I'll go wherever
Or
they want me.
Titans?
Yeah. Bring you guys with me.
Thanks.
Heck yeah.
My radio crew.
Can I be tight ends coach? Because I don't want to work hard. So 9 openings. John Harbaugh, it appears like he, other than Baltimore and probably Pittsburgh, he can name where he wants to go. I did like the Baltimore owner who was asked yesterday in his season-ending press conference, what about Mike Tomlin coming to Baltimore? And he said, well, only if John Harbaugh signs with Pittsburgh. That's a great line. Yeah, we'll take him, but only if we're trading coaches. Tony, your Arizona Diamondbacks have a new third baseman.
I saw that.
Nolan
last night.
Arenado.
He's getting a little old, but he's still good.
He can pick it. We know that.
Can he?
He can pick it. Yes.
Yes, sir. One of the best.
Absolutely. One of the best ever. I don't know if his bat's still like it used to be, but he's the new third baseman in Arizona. Gino went to Seattle, right? Gino Suarez.
Yeah.
He went to Seattle. He was on that playoff team. Okay. Because I was wondering who they were going to get. And I got some great stats for Scooter that'll pick him up today as far as national championship game is concerned.
Well, I don't need pick-me-ups in that regard.
Well, I don't want you to get bored this week.
I know.
It's only Wednesday.
I mean, I'm already bored because I know exactly how the game's going to play out.
Oh, my God. You know,
Scooter, do you want me to bet on
Tony.
I'm making a decision whether I'm betting on him or not. I don't want to jinx you, but I did bet him against Alabama.
I mean, if you like money, like John Spears, your favorite color is green.
Yeah.
That's what I would advise to do.
I'll hand him the money today to go to the.
They were really good to me last time out. They were
all
really
the way
good
around.
to me. All the way around.
What's the over and under on that game?
48.5.
48.5 sounds right. Yeah, 48.5.
They'll cover that by themselves.
No, they
That's
won't.
good.
And, he's talked smack all year long.
He's never stopped, so.
And I don't blame him.
I don't either.
And he's been right most of the time.
Been right all the time.
Well, they didn't cover against Penn State. They didn't, they didn't.
I've had a few misses.
They didn't get the over on their own against Iowa.
You can't
Things
win
like
them
that.
all.
But he's been as good as he could be, but he's still talking. And, man, if it doesn't go well.
Scoot, hey, you got to stand behind it, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna be going over to the bridge if they lose to Miami and make sure Scooter's not up there ready to jump.
Yeah, we got to find out which bridge he's going
It's not
to.
that serious. We'll be back. I mean, if we don't get it done this year, we'll be back.
That's what the Detroit Lions said.
That's true. That's a good point.
We'll be back next year.
About the Chiefs.
Oh, that's what the Chiefs did go back time after time.
I know,
after
but
time.
this year.
Detroit was one and done, man. And I think they'll be back though. College basketball last night, boy, system went 1-2 because Alabama and Florida beat the crap out of teams.
Yeah, there was some crap beats.
But Kansas beat number 2 Iowa by 21 last night.
Got home, turned it on.
Iowa
wow.
State. Iowa State.
Iowa State. Undefeated Iowa State.
Undefeated Iowa State. 84-63.
That the fog does that to you, John.
And the game we loved last night, Tennessee, minus 7.5.
They were trying.
Took them 2 overtimes, and they did not get to the number. They won by 5, 87-82 over Texas A&M. So we'll get to all that. Let's start with Louisville, though. I got the if you're watching on the YouTube, thank you. I'm holding the score sheet in my hand here. I always make notes during the game. But once it's 14-0, I don't have a whole lot of notes to make. The Cards cut it to 5 in the second half. They actually cut it to 5 at halftime, 33-28. But that's as close as they could get. Shooting was terrible in this game. Terrible. At one point, the teams were combined. I wrote it down. Let's see. They were 8 for 44 at one point combined.
That's a shooter's arena.
No, I take it back. They were 11 for 42. I got to get this right. My math is awful.
Nobody cares.
But 11 for 42, Tony. That is just over 25% combined.
Yep. Great defense.
It was not great defense.
I know it was.
Terrible shooting. 79-70 ended up being the final. The Cards fall to 12-5 now. Isaac McNeely, against his former team, was about the only Cardinal that played well. He had 23 points and 5 rebounds. I think Ryan Conwell's still hurt, Tony.
Well,
he had 14 and 7.
Here's the problem.
I think he's hurt.
The problem is now that they don't have a point guard, the ball's in his hand. He shot a bunch of threes from the top of the key, fading sideways.
Fading to his right.
Yeah,
he's left-handed.
And that's not it. That's a hard shot. And I was with Senator Roby sitting up there in the second half, and we were talking about
Does
it.
he have bodyguards? The Senator Roby.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Okay.
Secret Service.
Just wondering.
But they got to find a way to have the ball in somebody else's hand and get him open. He's running the offense now, and that's not what they need. They need him squaring up and getting the open threes instead of shooting off the dribble every time. And I think it's hurt him. He hasn't shot it well lately.
Ed was sitting next to me. Ed Peak yesterday, and I can't tell you.
Lucky dog.
I know.
Had Matt over to the left because I was between them for a little bit.
And I can't say enough how many times I looked at Ed and said, that's a bad shot, while the ball was in the air. Louisville was taking horrible shots.
And what did Ed ask me during the game?
He asked you about,
coach?
hey, you used to coach, don't he? Tell me if Louisville's defense is just backing off. What are they doing?
Look what Virginia's doing, and look what Louisville's not.
And he was right.
Yeah. I don't know. And you know
Handley had 11, 14-0, and you don't call timeout till it's 14-0.
At what 9? I was like, I looked at Matt and I said,
timeout.
He's going to call timeout. And then it was 11, and I'm like, is he saving them?
Louisville shot 35.8. Virginia not much better, 39.6. The Cards, again, if they don't hit threes, I've said this all year, they're going to struggle. They were 10 for 38, just over 25%. Virginia was 14 out of 34. 44-36 was the rebounding advantage for Virginia. Sanandra Frew was almost non-existent last night after his really good game, double-double against Boston College. Frew finished with 6 points before he fouled out late in the game last night. Virginia was just a better team last night, I think, Tony. And inside, they're a much better team.
They were long. They had some size.
The big German hit a 3 with 2:20 to play to give him back a 10-point lead when the Cards kind of I found this interesting, and my wife got on me a little bit this morning, not in a good way. She said, I said, man, people started leaving at the 4-minute timeout. I mean,
they were before that.
They were flocking out of there, and it was a 8-point game. It
Me
was
and
a 7-point
Senator,
game.
we were talking about that up
71-64.
there.
She goes, well, it's a work night. People got to get up
It's
and
a
go to
7
work.
o'clock game.
I go, yeah. I said, what do you? I get that.
You're paying all this
They
money
all-
for these tickets.
It's not about going to work. It's about beating the traffic.
Exactly.
That's what it's about. And I left, Tony. I sat there for 3 or 4 minutes after the game ended, got my stuff together, walked out, went over to the LG&E garage. No traffic at all.
Really?
Because everybody had left.
I went over with the senator just to have a
Nightcap.
beer. Yeah, just to let it clear. Seriously.
Yeah.
I just had a beer, and I was like, I looked at him, and I go, it's an 8-point game.
And then with 2:20, when the big German hit the 3 to put them up 10,
Poof.
then they really, everybody that was left, because it was a
Looks
good.
like they turned on the lights and the
Yeah,
cockroaches just scattered.
The rats just took off on the ship. I thought it was a good crowd.
It was?
Overall, the lower bowl was basically full. Student section was 75% full, but the lower bowl was almost full, and there were people in the lower section of the upper deck as well. So good crowd, loud crowd. It took them a while. When you're down 14-0, there's a lot of air that goes out of the building. But they got back in it at halftime, and every time the Cards had a chance to get back in it, the crowd did get loud.
Well, it's one of the best quality home games left on the schedule.
Boy, it is. I looked at the schedule today.
Yeah. So, if you're buying tickets, you want to be there.
They still got Carolina and Duke, but those are road games.
Yep.
The home games left are Virginia Tech, SMU, Notre Dame, who got beat at home by Miami last night, NC State, Georgia Tech, Syracuse. That's the rest of your home schedule.
Not that great.
And
a
I don't see any numbers in front of any of these teams' names, so none of them are ranked, at least right now. They got a game at Baylor
I saw that.
on Valentine's.
They playing an ACC.
I think
Big
that
12
is something.
challenge.
Yeah, I believe that's something because the SEC. Well, the SEC
They
plays
did
the
it for a while,
ACC,
yeah.
SEC, don't they? Still,
I'm not sure.
Kentucky played Carolina in it. Yeah, I think they do. So the Cards lose now. Pittsburgh Saturday. The Panthers are not great. 7-9, 0-3 in league play. By the way, the Cards fell to 2-3 in ACC play last night. So you got Pittsburgh Saturday. That's 8:00 on ESPN. Tony, marquee game. Louisville at Pitt. Boy, it must be a bad weekend of basketball.
You know what?
If Louisville and Pitt is your marquee game on Saturday night.
Even without Roos and Brown last night, Louisville's got to win those home games.
Yeah,
That's what we were sitting up there and said, "Man, you got to protect your home court." And when they started so bad, it's like.
And we finally got clarification after the game on London Johnson from Pat Kelsey. He is now going to officially redshirt. He is not available. They handled this very poorly.
What is going on? He might not even be there next year. He might just leave.
Even the optics of this thing, just horrible. And the speculation that I heard last night from people in the know, because I don't know anything, but the speculation I heard was that his agent said, okay, if you want him to play, you got to come up with a little more money here. I mean, that sounds like extortion to me. Hey, we paid you. We're going to redshirt you. Hey, we got some injuries. We need you to play now. Well, I know you paid us, but now we need more money.
Well, two things.
And if that's the case, it's sad.
Pat Kelsey basically said, I screwed this up.
He did take ownership.
He did. I talked to a gentleman who's in Louisville, works in there, and he's just like, we've talked about it. He said they have to figure out a way to not pay these kids up front.
Here's what
because these people are putting this money up. And
agents are not going to let that happen, though.
I know it, but the donors, that's where the problem's going to come in. That's where it's going to be hard to get these kids because talked to a guy last night, and believe me, he knows, and he said there's a few people who weren't happy about some of these guys, who've come in, and they've paid them a lot of money, and
they're sitting around watching the games.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Let's say you come up with a plan and you say, look, we're going to pay you $100,000. but we're going to pay it to you each game you play.
Increments.
You're going to get an increment of that money.
You can do it in fours. You could do it in like quarters.
And if you get injured, we're going to pay you that money. But if you're not hurt and you opt out or you decide not, well, you're not getting all that money.
Yeah,
now, the kid
money.
and the agent are going to say, fine, we'll go somewhere else because somewhere else is going to give it to them.
Well,
So you're handcuffed. There's nothing you can do about it except pay them the money and hope that they play.
okay.
They pay Mikael Brown Jr. a ton of money, and maybe his back is jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not. But they certainly have expected him to be back a number of times, and all of a sudden he's not back.
You're Rodgers or Woolley, and you're playing great. And
Yeah.
I have no idea. And you're getting $100,000. And Mikael Brown sitting over there making $2 million.
Yeah.
And not playing, and you're busting. You're hurt. Sooner or later, there's going to be problems in the locker room.
Absolutely.
There's going to be.
These kids know who's hurt and who's not hurt.
Yeah, they all know.
The London Johnson thing, and I do give Kelsey credit for blaming himself and saying, hey, I messed up the communication. I messed up everything with this.
But the first game, John, who dresses a guy and then undresses him at halftime?
Hey, careful how you say that.
I mean, but think about it. I mean, even if you were going to do that, you let him stay in his uniform, and then you just sit him over there.
Hey, look,
you don't change your clothes.
I understand.
Did his agent tell him to do that?
Hey, put your slacks on.
I mean, come on.
Leave your warm up top on, but put your slacks on so everybody can see you're not going to.
And don't you think maybe like last night that you're losing that team camaraderie?
Yeah, it's tough.
You worry about that, man.
It's one of the side things that nobody thought about when all this stuff came down the pike. All this paying these players came down the pike. They believed, well, everybody's going to be happy. They're all going to be getting paid. Well, if player B is getting paid 20% of what player A is getting paid, and player A is not playing because he ain't getting enough money,
right,
or he's saving himself for the pros, or whatever the case may be, then there's going to be some
It's
friction.
going to be a problem. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I got to talk about the Hoosiers last night.
We don't have.
Yeah, Scooter, I
It'll be
do.
quick, Scoot.
This is Spears on Sports. This ain't Spears on things Scooter doesn't want to talk about. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage, Big Apple. Sports presented by M&M Cartage, John Tony Scooter. Fears on things Scooter doesn't want to talk about. I like the new name of the show.
The next segment is Fears on Sports.
Fears. Spears on Fears. As Jeremy Fears was really good last night for Michigan State. All right, M&M Cartage Hotline's open, 384-1450. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, 384-1450. Game Day Men's Health text line open as well, 414-1450. I don't think I did the read this morning, did I, Scooter?
Not sure.
I know I didn't.
I don't always listen.
Game Day Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. Thanks to those of you watching on the YouTube, listening on the radio, or listening on the podcast as well. We appreciate it as always.
Hey, Buzz, check your text.
Hey, Buzz, check your text.
I'm not sure Buzz listening. He's been he's had a pretty rough text week.
He's been on the road. He's on the road a lot.
He is on the road a lot.
Not calling him out, but I'm calling him out.
It sounds like you're calling him out. By the way, no Spears on Sports tomorrow. Oh, the show will be here. It'll be Burke and Scooter on Sports and maybe Buzz on Sports.
Burke on ball.
Burke on ball tomorrow.
With the scoot.
Just don't say Burke on balls. That sounds worse.
Wow.
Burke on ball tomorrow. I will be on the road in Nashville with the Bellarmine Knights as they take on the Lipscomb Bison tomorrow night in Nashville.
Ratings will be up tomorrow, Scoot.
When do y'all leave for that?
I leave tomorrow morning. I'm driving myself.
Oh, you are?
The Knights are leaving here in the next couple of hours because we have St. X basketball tonight.
Here on the Big X.
LIT quarterfinal, St. X and Ballard tonight should be a great game. 7:45, close to tip time. There's a game before ours, so you never know. But 7:45 scheduled tip. We'll be on the air at 7:30 tonight right here on the Big X. And Ballard.
I'm going to bet on St. X because I want them to lose. How's that feel, John? Doesn't feel so great, does it?
Good luck. You know what? I'd say the same thing you say. Enjoy your L. Speaking of the national championship game, I got some stats courtesy of the Bear, Chris Felica. The last 6 CFP championship games have been won by the favorite.
Love that.
Which has covered by an average of 18 points per game.
About to be more than that.
15 of the last 18 were won, whether it's BCS or college football playoff, won outright by the favorite. 15 of the last 18.
Love that.
The 3 favorites of more than 7 points, which would be last year's Ohio State, 2022 Georgia, and 2020 Alabama, all covered, won by 11, 58, and 28 points.
There you go, Tony.
I just handed the money over, Scooter.
Good luck.
He did. 9 of the 12 underdogs that covered in the last 27 years, 9 of 12 have covered. Those 9 all won outright. 9 of 12 that covered.
I hope you're right too, Johnny.
Won outright. But
you hope you're right too.
Lately, it has been a favorites game in a big way. And if you're a big favorite, it's been even a bigger way. So Indiana at 7.5, that's a pretty big favorite. And the numbers lead me to believe Indiana's.
I'm going to knock on wood before I say this, but if Indiana doesn't turn the ball over, they'll win.
Well, they don't turn the ball over.
No. Well, that's why I knocked on wood, and you just said
They don't make mistakes, and they turn the other team over. And that is how you win a whole lot of football games. Ask anybody at any level. Well, that's how you win.
I know about the Texans the other night, and they kept turning it over. They ended up winning.
They did.
But I know what's going to happen in this game. I
love the fact that you know the future.
I've got to determine how high I go on the alt line. That's what I've got to try to
So it's 7.5. You're going to bump it up.
I'm thinking 16.5.
Oh, God.
I hope you're right.
Why don't you just do 13.5?
You're already going to hit
because that's going to get
them.
If they win by 14, it's going to get you a lot of money. And if you did 16.5, it's going to get you a lot of grief. You're going to be angry. Even though they win the game and you're happy as hell, you're going to be mad at yourself. Why did I go over?
And you're already going to make a lot of money on the game.
2 things. Yeah, I'm already got that 40-1 ticket, so I'm not really worried about it. Everything else is just going to be fun play money
at this point. It's gravy.
So why not take it up to 16.5 if I think Indiana's going to win by 40?
Take it up to 20. Well, but take it up to 30.5.
I can't go that high.
Take it up to 21.5.
I was going to say 20.5.
All right.
If they win by 3 touchdowns, you cover.
Y'all talk me into it.
I was telling you not to.
If you don't, you're a sissy. How about that?
Come on, roll it up to 40.
Does that work, Marty McFly? What are you, chicken? It worked on Marty McFly, if you remember. All right, Indiana and Michigan State were tied last night at 53.
Ooh.
And me and Tony both loved the Hoosiers. Not in love. We liked the Hoosiers last night. I bet on them. Took the 7.5. It's 53 all. I'm following along at the U of L game. I mean, that's pretty good. Then it was 63-53. Then it was 65-53. Then it just kept going and going and going. 28-7 to end the game, and Michigan State wins it 81-60. The Hoosiers fall to 12-5. Where are they in the standings now, Scooter? In the good old Big Ten.
It's a great question.
I've got it right here. I don't see them in the top.
It's a great question that I don't have the answer to.
Nope.
They're 3-3, and they're tied with Ohio State, Minnesota, and USC.
All right, here's one for you, Scooter. Can you name the 3 winless teams in Big Ten play?
Would be USC.
Nope.
Oregon.
I just said they were 3-2.
USC's got 3-3.
Oregon.
Nope, they got 1 win.
Rutgers.
Nope, Rutgers
Who
has
really
2 wins.
stinks?
Who stinks?
Penn State.
There you go. That's one.
Who else really stinks?
Who else did Indiana beat that really stinks?
Why am I blanking?
Looks like a turtle.
UCLA.
Maryland and Northwestern.
Jesus.
They killed Maryland.
That was
Remember at Maryland. I don't know why I just scrolled down and said, let's see who stinks. And it happens to be those 3 teams. Lamar Wilkerson had 19. He was the only Hoosier in double figures last night, Tony.
Unacceptable.
The only Hoosier in double figures. T-Rock was 1 of 7 from 3, 3 of 10 overall. He had 9 points. Connerway got 9 rebounds, but only 5 points.
Connerway sucked.
Morgan Wallen hit a couple threes.
Morgan Wallen sucked.
Only 1 assist for Enright or / Morgan Wallen.
Wilkerson was 6 for 14.
Indiana
He was 5 for 11 from 3.
Indiana got 19 rebounds.
19.
That's it. Total.
19
Yeah,
rebounds.
Total?
I'm looking at it right now.
Michigan State out-rebounded them 37-19.
Oh my gosh.
That's another way you lose a game.
They had 5 offensive rebounds, Scooter, and 14 defensive.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
Jeremy Fears, 23 points and 10 assists to lead Michigan State. Kohler had a good game as well. Indiana shot 43%, Michigan 51. Michigan State, I should say, 51. IU was 10 of 31 from 3, so that's not too bad. Michigan State only 8 of 26. They won the battle at the free throw line by 11 points. So it looked like total domination, but you have to look at everything, and it was 53 all. I mean, they were in the game.
They had 17 assists on 21 buckets, but they only had 21.
They only had 21 buckets, though.
They
That's
had
the problem.
17 assists.
They're far too inconsistent.
Wow.
They're a lot of fun to watch if they're playing well, but you just and Robbie Hummel even mentioned this on the broadcast.
Wait a minute.
You don't like Robbie Hummel.
Wait a minute.
Robbie
Was Robbie
Hummel.
doing the IU game?
He was. Imagine that.
Do you know what he was doing the night before?
No.
He was doing the NBA game on Peacock. He was sitting on the Pacers bench, and Brian Scalabrine was sitting on the Celtics bench. And they were the analysts, but they were sitting right next to the benches. It was really interesting. And anyway, go ahead with your Hummel comment.
But I mean, he made a good point last night, which is rare for him. But basically said something.
Got to take a shot, don't you?
Basically said something along the lines of, "We're yet to see this Indiana team play a 40-minute basketball game." I mean, they're
Well, he's not wrong though.
they're so. I know that's what I'm saying. I'm giving him his credit because he is right with that. They'll play like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but never do they play a full 40 minutes, and that's frustrating.
Up next, the Iowa Hawkeyes come to Assembly Hall. Unranked, but
They're not bad.
Not bad. Pretty good Iowa team. This is a standings game because Iowa's 2-3, so the Hoosiers want to get one leg up on Iowa. Because right now, Tony, they're 12-5. You're 3-3 in conference. You're sort of looking at the future, saying, what's going to keep us out of the tournament, right?
Yeah, games like Iowa, they have to win.
Yeah, which games do we have to win to just make sure we have a spot? I don't think in December we were worried about that if we were Indiana, but now I think we're starting to worry about that, Scoots. And I think Louisville might be in the same boat.
I was going to say all three teams.
Yeah, we know Kentucky's in that boat.
So,
hey, we got a lot of work to do.
All three teams right now are starting to have to get it going.
At least those two have good wins. Indiana doesn't have a good win.
Yeah, you're right.
Marquette at the time looked like a great win. Marquette sucks.
They suck.
St. John's destroyed them last night. Yeah. Coach P.
That Nebraska game was one they needed.
Had to win.
It would have been great to have that.
They needed that one.
Up next, I mentioned Iowa Saturday, 2:00 on Fox. So another nationally televised game. And one Scooter will be awake for.
Get it done early.
Get to start drinking early, Scoot.
That's right.
That's right. All right, other games in the NCAA last night. I already mentioned Kansas. They unranked, but they improved to 12-5 with that 84-63 walloping.
They were a system game, right?
They were the only winner though, 1 and 2. 84-63. Iowa State falls to 16-1 on the season. Third-ranked UConn had a battle on their hands at Seton Hall, but they knock off the Pirates 69-64.
Seton Hall came back in that game.
Yeah,
Connecticut
I
had a
saw
pretty good
UConn
lead.
had a good lead, and then I saw the final. So what happened here? Danny Hurley in his post-game press conference says, "Man," he said, "you don't want to draw Seton Hall in the tournament. They play a different game that nobody's ready for."
He didn't complain about the referees.
He
or
probably
people on the
did.
stands?
I didn't see that part.
Okay.
UConn is 17-1 and ranked third. You gave me a little money, Tony, to put on Indiana football. I'm going to put a little money on Houston basketball today. I did it last year. They got to the championship. Man, they're good. And I know West Virginia was coming off that win over Kansas, going on the road. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
77-48. It was 23-4 when I first looked at it. 77-48. Houston 16-1 now, only ranked 7th in the country. 8th-ranked Nebraska improved to 17-0 as they demolish Oregon 90-55. I watched a little bit of that game when I got home. The end of that game, they're just good, man. Everybody's in the right place at the right time on the offensive end of the floor, and they get after it on defense as well. Scooter, you got anything to say about Nebraska?
I mean, they're good. I'm just glad they don't have Tominaga still, but they're still good.
We'll always talk
That's
about
good.
him.
18th ranked Alabama trailed early on the road at Mississippi State, but had no problem in the end. They knock off the Bulldogs 97-82. Alabama's now 12-5. Here's another team I bet them last year and they won it all. I'm thinking about doing it again while they're still ranked 19th. Florida demolishes Oklahoma on the road here, 96-79. So the Gators are putting it together, and if they get guard play, they're going to be a tough out.
And they're getting it right now.
22nd ranked Clemson had no problem with the beast of the ACC, Boston College, 74-50. And finally, Tennessee with that double overtime win over Texas A&M, 87-82.
That game rocked.
I did see the last the two overtimes. Mm-hmm. I got home from the Louisville game in time to see both overtimes, and A&M sort of spit the bit there at the end of regulation.
They did.
They probably should have won the game at the end of regulation, and Tennessee survives over A&M. All right, tonight, everybody else, it feels like, in the top 25 is playing tonight. Arizona State at top-ranked Arizona. Interstate rivalry. Big conference game. Arizona's 21.5.
That's not enough.
10:30 on FS1. I don't know, man.
It's not enough.
I don't know. Weird things happen in interstate rivalry games. I would bet Arizona State to keep it close. I'm not betting this game, first of all, but if I had to, I'm taking the points.
If Cutter Boley sets up, I agree.
I just pulled something
I like
up.
that.
I'm going to see what you think of this about the conference, the Big 12.
Yeah.
Arizona's
Far and away the
even
best
money
team. Yeah,
to win the conference.
to win the conference.
Iowa State is plus 330. Houston's plus 330.
That's crazy to me.
I know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like,
You almost want to bet both of them.
you're getting almost 3.5 to 1 to win the conference. As long as Arizona doesn't win it, you would figure one of those two. I know you got BYU and Texas Tech.
Who did Houston lose to this year? Do we
Somebody
know?
Good. It was. I can pull it up. Probably.
Was it early?
I thought it was a bad team.
Was it a bad team?
You thought it was a bad team.
I do think it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Normally am.
Yeah, I think it was a good team. Oh, you think it was a good team? Maybe it was a bad team.
Hell, I don't know.
As Bob Euchre said, oh, Christ, I can't find it. Let's see. They lost to Tennessee.
Yeah, bad team.
In a neutral site game, 76-73.
I was right.
You can get Houston on DraftKings at 12-1.
I'm getting Houston today. I'm telling you right now. I'm betting them today. Get them now, because they're doing what they always do, and that is shut teams down defensively.
Scoot, you can get Purdue at 11-1.
No thanks. Rather buy anything else.
The last Houston opponent to score over 60 points was Arkansas. That was 5 games ago, and Houston won that game 94-85. I mean, the last 5 they've given up 60, 60, 65, 55, and 48. Tony's giving me more money. He wants Houston now.
If John's going to take him, I cannot not take him.
I got to do it. I got to do it.
We took him last year. You're right.
And they won. They got to the final. We also happened to bet Florida. I think I bet 3 teams last year, and those were 2 of them. And when 2 of your teams get to the final, you're just smiling watching that game. How much am I going to win? All right, we'll talk about more games coming up tonight as I'm up against a break. Birthdays coming up as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big Action. Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John, Tony, Scooter, final segment on this Wednesday.
Woo! Hump day.
Mike.
M&M Cartage hotline's closed.
Shut it down.
Game Day Men's Health text line is open, 414-1450. 414-1450. Get your text into the show. Any text, Scooter?
No clue. I'm not logged in. Hang on.
Scoot's on his game.
I always forget that.
He's not the best for no reason.
I always forget that the text line's my job. And all right.
It's not really a job. I just kind of threw it on you.
That's true. So if you want to throw it off me.
Nope, not going to happen.
Great. Texter says, I took Indiana 20 and a half, and I blame Scooter. Oh, you're winning. You're winning, baby. By the way, if you take it up to 20 and a half.
Yeah, what's the number?
267. Shouldn't it be higher?
It should be higher than that.
That's
you can
not
go up.
bad.
What is 16 and a half?
You can go up to 23 and a half for like 350. That's
not enough.
No, it's not.
That's Vegas believing in Indiana.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I like it. Another texter
Yeah, that should make you feel good.
asks if you are broadcasting St. X and Ballard tonight.
There you
we
go.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Go ahead and answer that back if you want right here on the Big X. 7:45 tip, 7:30 pregame with me and Tony. St. X Ballard quarterfinal of the LIT tonight.
That's so late.
If the Tigers win that game, we'll be back on Friday night with a semifinal, 8 o'clock start for a semifinal game, maybe against Mayo.
You can go to the TuneIn app, pick it up.
Yeah.
If you're having trouble getting it on the radio, you can
This is my first.
look me up on Twitter or Facebook. I'll put it on there
I
today.
think I'm going to need some load management because I'm a load for one thing. But I think I'm going to need some load management.
I'm not managing it.
4 nights in a row, I got a game, whether it's Bellarmine or St.
I mean, you're like a professional now. You're like Robbie Hummel.
Don Fisher.
Don Fisher don't do 4 nights in a row.
Don Fisher did a championship game on Friday night and was in Bloomington by noon to do Nebraska on Saturday.
Okay, my math tells me that's 2.
Well, he
I'm
does
just
a lot.
saying.
How many radio spots are you doing
4
throughout the
games
day?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here every day from 10 to 11.
Oh, he's
If
doing
somebody-
radio spots every day.
If somebody calls John and wants to talk to him, he'll
Damn,
do it.
Scoots.
You're not in the same level as Don Fisher.
Oh, he's close.
I never
You're
said I
close.
was.
You are close.
I never said I was. And then you start talking. All I said was I got 4 days and I need load management. That's all I said. I didn't even bring up Don Fisher.
Hopefully, I'm doing the LIT championship without John Saturday.
Yes,
night.
without me, because I'll be in Richmond with Eastern Kentucky and Bellarmine.
Tony, let me know if you want some color. Or I'll come do play-by-play. You can be color for me.
I will
You
let
guys
you know if they
discuss this tomorrow when I'm not here. How about that? Kentucky and LSU tonight. The Cats 10-6, LSU 12-4. Have you looked at the spread?
No.
What do you think?
I think you said it.
I haven't talked about it.
You're talking about LSU and Kentucky.
Yeah.
I for some reason I thought I heard
Gooder, have you seen
4.5.
It is
Isn't
4.5.
Is it 4.5?
It is 4.5.
I don't know.
Kentucky's favored, by the
I
way.
didn't look it up. For some
SEC
reason,
Network, 7 o'clock tonight. This is a big game now. This is your first game that you know you're not going to have Jalen Lowe in the lineup.
Or JQ.
JQ is still out with that swollen knee, I guess. But they played very, very well in the second part of the first half also the other night against Mississippi State. Can that continue? And how big is this game, Tony? Even though it's a road game, you're playing a team that
in the bottom
you're
of the
probably
conference.
better at.
Yeah.
Better than.
They're all big games from here on out.
Yeah.
I know I hate
That's
it
fair.
sounds goofy, but
No, that's fair.
you got to win. You got to win games, man. And I mean, they have talent. They've just got to figure out how to play together. And without a point guard, you see what's happened to Louisville without Michael Brown. I mean, Indiana's got Morgan
Wallen running the show.
Yeah, so I mean, the local teams.
That's
Yikes.
never going to get old, by the way. I'm sorry. Until he gets a haircut, that's never getting old.
Him running the show is getting old.
I'm sure that's true. All right, let's do birthday. Not a bunch today. Nothing really exciting jumping out either. Jason Bateman is 57 today. Ozark.
He's good, man.
Game night.
I love his commercials.
Identity thief.
Identity thief.
Horrible bosses.
Hilarious. Horrible bosses is
Bait
great.
man.
Bait Man,
Don't
the
touch that.
commercial. The commercials with Bait Man are great. Why don't you do a podcast? That's hurtful. Jason Bateman, 57, and he what did he start on? He was on TV early.
He's been on a lot of stuff, man.
Holland Taylor is 83. She's an old actress.
Holland Taylor.
She's been in a lot of stuff, but 83, Scooter.
Oh, this lady. Oh man,
I'm
She's
looking
one of
it up
those.
before he says
She's
it.
one of those actresses you've seen her, but you have no
Absolutely.
idea what her name is.
no, I couldn't.
2.5 Men, right?
Yep. She's the mom in 2.5 Men.
2.5's a little high there, Tony. I'm going 1.5.
Faye Dunaway. I'll give you a good one here, Scooter. Faye Dunaway
Back in the day, baby.
she's 85 today. Look her up in Bonnie and Clyde or Chinatown.
Yeah.
Or The Champ. She was great. Faye Dunaway is 85 today.
I'll go 2.
2?
Yeah.
Ooh. You didn't go.
Are you
far
going
enough
back in the day?
Yeah, I'm going back pretty far. Maybe 2.5.
Well, you
We'll go
are
2.5.
blind is all I can say. Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed, and also Chubbs in Happy Gilmore, if you remember, passed away a couple years ago. Born in the state in 1948. Carl Weathers. I don't know what he's looking at, Tony.
I'm looking at it over.
Maybe he's looking at a fake Faye Dunaway.
Well,
I
the
don't know.
problem is he sees all the ones before. That leads him into it, and he
I
can't get over
that
it.
exactly.
Carl Weathers, 1948. LL Cool J, rapper,
Cool.
host, actor, 58 today.
Mama said knock you out.
Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, formerly
Oh.
Nirvana, is 57 today.
Went out and saw him out there at Louder and
Foo
Life a
Fighters?
couple of years ago. Yeah, with
Dave Grohl rocks.
Oh, from
man.
Middletown, we went out there. We had a ball.
Dave Grohl rocks. Wrestler Jim Hacksaw Duggan is 72 today. Hacksaw. You remember Hacksaw, Scooter?
No, that was before my time.
Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes. Did you ever wonder? Born on this,
He was great.
would have been 107 today.
He's got them
Andy
eyebrows.
Rooney. He does.
Oh,
he had
man.
the eyebrows.
Somebody
man.
need to trim them bad boys.
You need a
Weed whacker.
You need more than that. You need a chainsaw. Sports-wise, DeAndre Swift is 27 today. The Bears host the Rams on Sunday night. Byron Leftwich, 46 today. Former quarterback Marshall. Remember when they carried him down the field?
Yeah,
He had a bad leg, and he kept playing. 46 today. He was also a terrific offensive coordinator for a while there. I don't know where he's at now.
Played for the Vikes, too.
Sam Huff.
Old Sammy Huff.
No, this is 28-year-old baseball player Sam.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the football player.
No. There are two, though.
Yeah.
He's 28, and Aaron Brooks, 41. I don't think he's in the league anymore. He's LeBron's age, so he's probably not. Sports birthdays were terrible today. DeAndre
Birthdays
Swift
in
and
general.
Byron Leftwich. That's about it. All right, college hoops tonight. Michigan tries to bounce back from their first loss of the season. This is a system game, but it's not a Tony system game because it's only the first on the road here. Michigan is a 12.5-point favorite at Washington. You know I have to take the Huskies here. Big Ten Network, by the way, 10:30. I love it when these ACC and Big Ten games are at 10:30. And you go, why is Duke playing at 10:30? Why is Michigan playing
Played
at
at
10:30?
11.
The Duke's playing at 11 tonight.
Yeah.
6th-ranked Duke is at California tonight on the ACC Network. 11 p.m. start, Scooter. You going to watch
System.
that one?
No, sir.
System game, Duke 12.5-point favorite. Iowa at number 5, Purdue. You might see that one, Scoot. That one's 6:30.
I will see that one.
Big Ten Network, Purdue is 10.5.
That's too many.
Yeah,
Dare I say that's too many?
Iowa's good.
Looks like an inter-squad scrimmage.
Yeah, they're both wearing the same uniforms, aren't they? Vanderbilt, unbeaten, ranked 10th. 9 o'clock tonight at Texas.
Just
System
when they
game.
go down. Just when they go down.
Vandy's a 5.5-point favorite on the road, but yeah, this might be when they go down.
Sean Miller, baby.
They're going to lose at some point. TCU is at 11th ranked BYU, another 11 o'clock start on ESPN2. BYU is 12.5. Illinois at Northwestern. I mentioned
System.
it's a system game, but Northwestern's 0-3 in the conference. Illinois is good. 8:30 on the Big Ten Network. Illinois is 9.5 here.
That's why you take Northwestern.
I know. Ugh. I don't know what to do.
Nick Martinelli's really good.
Here's another system game. 9 o'clock. 14th ranked North Carolina at Stanford. Another West Coaster.
9 o'clock game.
6 o'clock on the West Coast.
I know it.
Carolina on the ACC Network is only 2.5 over Stanford.
Even though the time difference is, it's 6 o'clock out there. That's a long time for North Carolina to sit around. I don't care when they get there and what they do. That's got to take a toll on you.
Yep, 9 o'clock, Utah's at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is 12-4, but still ranked 15th, and they're 17.5-point favorites on Peacock tonight. South Carolina is at Arkansas. The 17th-ranked Hogs are 10.5-point favorites, 9 o'clock SEC Network. Ole Miss at 21st-ranked Georgia, 7 o'clock on the U. Georgia at home, 10.5 there. Nevada at 23rd-ranked Utah State. CBS Sports Network, Utah State is 13.5. So system games, you got Washington plus 12.5 against Michigan. Cal plus 12.5 against Duke. Texas plus 5.5 against Vanderbilt. Northwestern plus 9.5 against Illinois. And Stanford plus 2.5 against Carolina.
So
Five system
unless
games
I forget, bet against North Carolina and Duke on Saturday. They're both in their second game of the West Coast.
And what about Michigan?
Well, yeah.
Michigan, too. Because I'm assuming they're going to be at Oregon. That's usually how they do it.
Yeah, I just looked, and Duke and North Carolina are flip-flopping with Stanford
and Cal. You think they took the same plane together, Duke and North Carolina?
No.
Why not? Save a little money. Save a little money to pay the players.
Plane wouldn't make it. It's going down.
Somebody shoot it down.
Yeah, it's going down.
I did get home in time last night to watch the second half of Oklahoma City and San Antonio. The Spurs had beaten the Thunder 3 times this year already, but Oklahoma City said no mas. 119-98. The Thunder win it last night. It looked like they were on a mission, at least the part of the game I saw. They had a big lead when I turned it on. SGA had 34 points. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. That's just another night at the office. Chet, 8 points and 10 rebounds. Jay Will had 20 points. So a little dominance that last night from the you know who I like for San Antonio that's impressive is De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, yeah.
He was great at Sacramento. That was a good trade for the Spurs to get him to go along with
all those young guys.
Wemby and Castle and all those guys.
Yeah.
Wemby had 17 points, 7 rebounds. Stephon Castle, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. He's an all-star.
If Wemby stays healthy, they have a chance to beat Oklahoma City. They've proved it.
Boy, they beat on him last night, and I think it was part of the game plan. But he hit the deck a lot last night. Him and Holmgren. Holmgren's chin, they were going up for a rebound, collided with the back of Wemby's head. They both went down.
Well, one of those two would be a runner-up to the Detroit Pistons.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, thanks for listening. The Tony Burke Show tomorrow. I'll be back Friday. Matt Dennison is next. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big A.